great. Okay, so first of all, Dilip, I think we can carve out the team first, and then we'll talk about the question you guys have and so forth, right?
Yeah, I want to get it like it's who all is going to be working on this one, right? Because we need to build the team accordingly.
Yeah, yeah. So okay, so I see 4 people online. I'm assuming everybody is working on the project. Okay. So I think that's easier. The 4 people team for online folks. Okay. So Neil, Nitin, Sasmita, and Judy, you guys will be part of one team online. Anybody is coming online? Everybody will be here, right? Okay. I just want to make sure we balance out online versus classroom. Okay, so we have a few folks in the class, and what we will do is we can do 3 teams actually, 3, 4, and 3, kind of like that. Okay. So those who are in Columbus area, maybe you can form one team. If you are, it's easier to work, right? I mean, that's how we'll go that route. So that way. Now, do you guys work together, or I can divide you up in among the teams as well? Bonaventure, Eric. You guys are good with 3 people team, or do you want to distribute among other teams as well? Okay. Doesn't matter. Okay. Then I'll put you guys 3 in the team, one team. Okay. And in the classroom, 1, 2.
From Columbus. So
yeah. So you and Archana, 4 people in one team. You 2 and Daisy in another team. Okay. So that way we have 4 teams. Looks like for now. If anybody else shows up, I'll add. Yeah, you 2 or 3, and this 4. Okay.
Okay.
That
Right,
way,
so we have
it's easier.
2 teams of 4 members and 2 teams of 3 members.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Yep. 4, 4, 3, 3. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, if anybody else shows up, we'll put them in their own teams afterwards. Okay. All right. So, Dilip, you want to talk about the work?
Let's talk through first. Did everybody had a chance to review the requirements document?
yes.
I see people are saying yes. They are just not
Saying out loud. Okay. So right. So I feel that like it's, if you had seen the video and you have read the requirements document, then probably you're ready to essentially receive the assignment, right? All right. So Harshal, what we can do it is we can just like it's write it down A, B, C, D 4 teams.
Yep.
And then just allocate the modules for them to build the test cases, right? And then we can converse if there is any questions around that. Okay, so we can carve it out modules as a, do you want to like it's kind of pull it up a notepad so that we can write it down team 1 through 4 and assign the team?
You can see it. Okay, hang on. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I started writing. Okay.
Okay. So
number A.
Okay.
I got 4 teams here.
Okay. So what I would like it is each one of the team get 1 core modules and 1 ancillary modules.
Okay.
Right. So let's scroll up to section 2 at the top, 2 dot or 3.1, right?
Just put columns.
Columbus team one, Columbus number 1. So you guys are number 1, you guys are number 2.
Okay.
All right.
So let's go back to, so what I would like it is one team to pick it up a receiving workflow.
Okay.
So the team, which is 4, I would like them in inventory, which is Columbus 1, right?
Which one? Team A is receiving. Okay, so
Right.
team my team. Okay.
Okay.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, so if you scroll back to that Cincinnati team, we can, is the cartridge inventory is a little bit complex one, right, Herschel?
Yeah, I think they can handle it. Dilip.
Okay, then let's give them the cartridge inventory. Okay, then let's go to the next one. If you can flip it back to the document. The shipping, let's give them the shipping.
Okay, so receiving
Receiving
cartridge, that includes 6.6, 6.7, and 6.8. Let me just write down.
Okay.
So receiving is 6.4, 6.5.
4 and 5, right? So the inventory is 6.6, 6.7, 6.
I think two is fine.
2 is good enough. We don't want to do core image display. I want to like it's get into the warranty workflow. So the 6.10 and 11. So 9, 10, 11 is the next team. I would like it to assign to the team, which are 4 members.
Yep. So warranty workflow.
6.9, 10, and 11. And the last one should be shipping.
Dilip, I would suggest we stick with 3 modules. So for the
Then I would like the team D do the same thing as a inventory workflow.
Inventory, okay.
Yeah.
So 2 teams will get inventory workflow. So team number B, you guys plus team number D, you guys will get inventory workflow.
Okay. So in addition to that, Herschel, I want them one of the ancillary one, right? So if you look into it, I would just probably do an admin codes.
Admin codes.
Yeah.
Code list, right?
Yeah, that one, 24, 25.
624, 25.
Yeah.
Okay.
The second team, the one below it, I believe it's roles.
You want to give roles?
Yeah, 26, 27 is the roles.
They are 2 tough ones.
Is the roles tough one?
Yeah. So
okay, let's give them then the cartridge list.
Yeah, cartridge list.
20 and 21. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we need a home page for the next team.
Yep.
So which is 28 and 29.
28, 29.
And then the last one is defect categories.
So last, okay, 28, 29. Defect category.
Yeah, which is 30 and 31.
30 and 31. Yeah.
All right, so that's the assignment. Now let's talk through each of the team. Even though you have just one module assigned, so for example, team A, you have only receiving workflow. Realize you still need to read the entire document because some of them are dependent on each other. So when you do a verification, you may have to go look into one of the other modules. When you do it, what are the precondition and how it gets set it up? You may have to look into the other modules. So while your test cases, test scenarios that you will write, it's going to be focused on the 4 or 5 modules that is assigned to you. Just realize that you still have to read the whole document, understand it, and link it, how everything flows together. And
So-
the good start for you to look into that is the flow diagram, which is up, I believe, Herschel, in 6.1.
Yep. So Dilip, hold on a second. So receiving flow is a shorter flow, smaller flow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking to give them one additional module because it's a very small module. Receiving one.
Why don't we give them the other second module that I was talking about, which is roles?
I was thinking on the homepage.
Okay.
So the homepage, actual homepage.
Okay, so give them that 4, right? 6.2 through 6.5.
Homepage.
Yeah, so that'll have a continuity, right? 6.2, 3.3.
And do you want to give them the same module? Dilip? I can flip this one. That means with the homepage because the other team has this one, so we can flip it.
Okay, that's fine.
That way they can look at end to end, see if they can. And I'll flip this one to other team.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So let's talk about the work, right?
Yep.
So everybody has to build what I would recommend between now and Thursday when we meet it. For the module that is assigned to you, you identify what are the test scenarios going to be in each one of the cases. Okay, so read the document for the 4 or 5 modules that you have it, identify the test scenarios. Okay, and if you're done with the test scenarios, start writing 1 or 2 sets of test cases in detail.
Yeah, I think we can flush out the scenarios there because if they write something, throw it out.
Right.
And,
yeah.
Well, make sure on the scenarios, okay?
Yeah.
Because that's the important part for all the modules that you are given. How you plan to test this, basically.
Right. And then again, it should not be individual. It should be as a team. This is what your scenario is. Okay. So make sure you as a team review each other's work and then come to a single version that we will share it in the Thursday's call.
So what we have seen is what we recommend is you set up your own Zoom calls, set up your own time to meet and review and work through these exercises.
Yes.
Okay, so that way you are 3 or 4 people on the Zoom call and you can share the stuff and discuss and come up with it. It's not an individual exercise, okay? It's a team project.
We should learn the team management.
Well, first you need to learn everybody on the same page, right? You need to discuss and help out each other, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the important part. So you can work through your own time, wherever you guys are available, team member, you can set up the time and work through it. So everybody's clear? What needs to be done between now and Thursday? Okay.
Right. If everybody's clear. Online, everybody good?
Yes, can you
Yes, sir.
get a list of email address, or that'd be great. We can contact each other.
Yes, so I would suggest you discuss with your team member, and you can share the emails, I mean, with each other. So that you can set up the Zoom calls on your own.
Yeah, for the online folks, if you want to share your email address that's preferred, just put in the chat so that others can just go ahead and get it.
Yeah.
I think Herschel, if they don't have any questions, once they put the email, I think we are ready to give them a break for the day.
Yeah. Yes, go ahead, Sapna. What question you have?
I'm just like, we have the flow, like a page flow, but I'm confused how to start it, to write down the tree for it, because I understand the
So now take
page
it,
flow and stuff,
Yeah.
but I don't know where am I going to start to write down the, like,
Well-
it's a from the R flow, right? But it's like a little confusing for me. I
Okay.
just read it and I just have the video and I understand the whatever the
requirement, okay,
yeah,
what they are trying to do,
flow
okay?
going on, or this is-
So as I said, right, you need to know who is doing the work, right? Who has access to do the work, what business process they are doing it, and what is that requirement context, right? So you need to understand that before you come up with the scenario.
Also, remember, you're not alone, right? You're 4 people in the team,
Or brains now, yeah.
Oh my God.
So
right? So you start talking.
Okay.
because this project is for you to work through, okay? We're not gonna go line by line. We can review the work, what you guys produce. We want to understand your thought process and your progress at the same time. And we'll review on Thursday, okay? So give it best shot, what you guys have. And I'm sure you guys, somebody has in your team will think it through so that it will help you as well.
Or just talk as a team. The solution will come out.
Just do the argument, then it will come out. So we are going to-
It's a process, right? So
Yeah.
you need to struggle a little bit and then we'll help you.
Yeah. See, that the possibilities of it.
And it's not like you can review one team, your own. Maybe you want to reach out to other team members as well.
Also, here is a reason, like it's Herschel and I'm not trying to like say it's okay, you're on your own. Think about it. When you go back at your workplace, there won't be a call a Herschel lifeline, right?
I wish I could do.
You got to apply the skills that you've learned it. So this is the practice. And as I said it, even in the summary, right? You know it. The point is you need to start trusting yourself. It's okay. What if it's wrong? It's all right. That's how you're going to learn.
And we'll review. That's why we have review sessions, right? So that we can correct it.
So by Thursday, we're supposed to have. What we.
Scenarios. Okay, no detailed cases.
No need.
The
You need to have
trees.
trees,
You
Right.
please.
how you plan to test this module, right? Those trees. Now, if you want to list out, draw it in a tree manner or list it out, this is how you think you should be testing. That's perfectly fine, okay?
I'm putting the diagram.
All right, so generally what I see is somebody in the team takes a lead to coordinate the effort and all those things, so just work among your team members and designate a team lead type of thing, who can coordinate, right? Because you need somebody in the team to do that. To set up the time, schedule it, make sure, yeah, whatever, I mean, it's up to you guys. We are gonna say, yeah, so just coordinate among yourself.
We will sit together.
Sure. Okay.
No, you have to adjust it.
Okay, so any other question on this thing, project one? You guys understand what is expected at least?
Yeah, that we have.
Okay, that's good. Because that's the whole point. Okay, then I think that's all we want to cover today.
For those who are online, just make sure you copy the email address that your team member has posted in the chat before Herschel closes down the room. Okay, you can click on save chat and it'll save that conversation for you. Okay.
And one of you can communicate to the Archana. Do you have our email? Okay. That's good. Just let her know. And I'll send it out this module in the email. So that you-
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
In the receiving page, I know this is not mine, but I have a doubt on that. So it's written, there is a box and case, and what is key? What is that?
Skid, so it's a skid, right? That comes big thing. It's a wooden thing. Have you
Pallet.
The
pallet?
pallet.
Pallet.
So,
Yeah, generally, if you are getting a big package, it comes on a skid. A big box with bunch of cartridges in there.
okay.
Make sure you go through the video, okay? Because it explains you different modules and all those things, right? I think one of the videos should have the skid related question as well. What is skid and how the receiving works?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there are two videos. I think
Yeah.
you have gone through both.
I watched the first one completely and the second one I went halfway. I
Okay.
didn't complete it.
Okay.
Again, if you still have question after watching the video, and talk to your team members first, and then you still have queries, send it an email to me or Herschel.
Yeah. Otherwise, when we look at the scenarios, we can clarify certain things for you. Because you think of us as like a customer or business team. Okay, if you have a question on your requirements or scenarios, how not sure, we can discuss on Thursday. Because we can provide you answer. Yeah, you can ask.
So, in the receiving workflow, it's a, I have a doubt over there.
What is the question? Sure,
But
that's
I
fine.
have a doubt.
Yeah.
So, if the shipment info, like information is not available, it's saying, if it's available, yeah, you can go and do the shipment and all, but if not available, it's like enter the skid and the cartoon continue. Why it's saying like that? You have to.
What
there
page
is no
number?
information.
What is the page number?
The page number 15
15.
and number 6.
Okay.
So
So
it's saying if the shipment information is not available, then it's entered into the system manually. So manually means what, like, whatever if the shipment information is not available, you are going to manually put the information and do the shipment, is saying that?
no, so you guys understand how this works, right?
Yeah,
So you get a big box, so you need to enter into the system,
Yeah.
how many cartridges you received and so forth, right? That's the process you are going through. So here, if the shipment information is not entered into system manually, let's see. Shipment physically arrives. Customer vendor where shipment is selected. If available PO number is, if PO is there, then you will pick it. If available tracking number is there, you will pick it. So manually, right? Here scanner is not available. This information is entered manually. So you will enter
yeah,
this
that one
manually.
I understand because there is no QR code, so you have to manually enter it. But number 6, If the shipment information is not available, then it's entered into the system manually. What's that mean? Like, you
So-
have to put all the information manually?
No, manually means that particular info. Let's see what they are referring here, right? So if available tracking number check is made by the system to determine if the specific shipment information is available. Okay, so scanner, so if they already entered something, shipment tracking number, it will check it. If it's not available, then you will, that means it's not in the system, then you will pick it, whether it's a skid, case, or box. Okay, so if it's a duplicate or something, let me see it here. If the shipment information check is made by system, if the specific shipment information is already available, based on the,
Workflow, the
based on
picture,
the,
the picture number 6 is written, enter the skid or certain quantity.
this one?
Number
Oh,
six,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, so you will shipment info available, that means they already entered previously, basically from the same customer or not. Okay, let's take a look at one more time. So I get the skid, I get the pick up the customer information, where is
Get
coming
the
from,
purchase order.
PO number,
Yeah.
shipping number, then I pick the skid, case or box.
Yeah.
Right,
Mhm.
and then quantity, and I click on process another.
Mhm.
Right, so what it's saying is, let's come back here. So the user then choose whether to enter shipment or type of the same system. So that's the process another. Same type from the same customer, because they could send multiple.
Yeah.
Right? So you need to look at the rules. What happens when you click on process another? Here, right? So when you are testing, make sure you are testing the functionality here, right? And now, what does it mean? You are testing, hey, when I do process another, what happens? When I do vendor selection, what happens? When I do done, what happens? When I do cancel, what happens? When I do skid, what happens?
Means what's the result after the action?
Yeah,
right?
you have to test those are business process, business rules. And where you go and look at it, those rules. In this document, where do you go to look at it?
So,
It's the rule R,
The rule R.
R0.
Okay, so business rules section has certain things. And this is the important part, okay, for your testing. You want to make sure, right? Plus certain things, what happens here. But most of the time you will focus on the business rules
Yeah.
section.
Yeah, action.
Okay, so it's a little bit different than our flow, because here they have given you business rules in a different format and different place,
Completely different.
right? The requirements are written differently.
Yeah.
You don't know what type of requirement you will get. Okay, so that's the reason we want to get you experience with how would you test different type of system. Okay, so that you understand what things you're gonna test, right? So you have different things, so those could become your different scenarios. Here, positive, negative, you can come up with all kind of things, right?
And here vendor and the manufacturer is different, right? To
Again,
me, it looks like,
it's a vendor and customer. There is no manufacturer here.
then,
No, is there a manufacturer
then
here?
it's the written, the branded one and not.
Not on this page, but now you have manufacturer on the other
The other
screens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not on this one. Receiving, there is no manufacturer.
Yeah, that's true.
You are
Yes.
receiving either from vendor or
Or a
customer
customer, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
directly. Okay.
So those are requirements, right?
Yeah, this is a requirement document, but I'm just telling you what you should be focusing on business rules. That's what the important part, what you are testing. Again, when there are many business rules here. Right? If I do a certain things, actions, it triggers different behaviors. So you need to write the scenarios for these things. So if you go to the rules here. Business rule starts here. This thing. Events are there as well. So make sure you test the events as well. So they have broken down the rules in different things. What happens when I do certain things? Okay. So business rules and events are important part for you guys for this particular module.
So what is MICR? I know magnetic ink character recognition, but what is that?
So good thing, what you can do is Google will be your best friend,
Yeah, I did it.
right? For the cartridge, look at in the context of cartridge. Okay. So MICR total cartridge, MICR total cartridge specifically used in banking industry for check processing and so forth. So you just need to look at what those are, but it's the magnetic ink type of thing. Okay, character resolution and all those things, right? The MICR is acronym stand for magnetic ink character recognition. So there's a cartridge has that MICR, yes, no, and so forth.
It's kind of when it got checked, those are markers are down.
Yeah, it's a magnetic ink character recognition type of special ink, yeah, type of thing. So that you scan the checks, it will read those certain characters.
Yeah.
That's why we focus, we ask you to understand the business, right? What they do, because that's very important for QA. BS is always important, but for testing standpoint, that is very important.
And one more is page number 22. Identical, what I understand, identical means it's the same model.
So did you read it, what the identical is supposed to do?
Same order, I think.
Same
So
order.
now I would say, now these are questions I would suggest you discuss with your team member and get on the same page.
Identical means same model, whatever I get. Different means what different?
So here,
Model,
as I said, you need to piece together, right? So it says definition here, what the identical means. So if I give you two cartridges, they both are exactly same. It's identical, right? Both
yes, the
are,
model is same,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
that's what it is. It's the same cartridge. So if I can buy 5 cartridges for the same, from the same manufacturer for the same printer. I cartridge number
But it can
ABC.
be from same manufacturer, but it can be different model, but identical means here,
It's
whatever
exactly
is
same.
written here, it's showing that it's same.
It's a copy. It's a copy, basically. Same cartridge. Yep. Right. Okay. So I think some of these things are, I think you should be able to discuss internally and work through it. Yeah. That's why we ask you to carve out time. You can clarify the doubt. If you still don't understand, bring it on Thursday.
Okay.
And we'll work through it.
Percentage.
Yeah, but Thursday focus will be on the tree. Okay. But before
One
that,
last,
what is it?
percentage tolerance, I don't know, it's like a system generated or.
If you
I
read
will
the whole
calculate,
document, did you read the whole document?
I didn't do the whole one, but I did 50 pages.
Okay, there are another
And
100
it's from the 50 pages. 30 pages.
117 left for you. So I would suggest its answer is there in the document.
Okay.
That's why we ask you to read the whole document.
Yeah, realize that when you go at the work, you can't read only 1 or 2 pages and start going back to the users and ask questions, right? They're gonna just say, did you read the whole document? Just like what Herschel said.
I know it's on the page number 93. I know that, but
Again, think of this way. If you already know the answers, what value you are adding it to yourself or to your business users by asking the same thing?
So read it again. I mean, that's important that you
I
read the
will
whole
do
document.
it.
That's fine. I mean, take your time. You have time till Thursday to work through it. Okay. All right.
So by Thursday, you wanna have test cases, right?
That's correct. That's no, not the test case, scenarios.
Scenario.
Test scenario. Okay, no detailed test case. We don't want to see. We want to see the scenario, how you plan to test it. So that we can see what goes in there. So you know how you come up with the test plan as well, right? High level scenarios.
And what, so is it a deadline for this whole project?
Yeah, Thursday.
No,
Thursday.
like-
SQA.
The whole thing, just this Thursday, okay.
Yeah, we said you got 2 more weekends, right? Next weekend, next Saturday, and the Saturday after that. Yep, no Sundays, no. Going forward, yeah. Because I think you guys will need time to digest and refine the work as well. So we just stretch it out this session. Otherwise, normally we will wrap up in a 1 weekend, the project, and you will struggle, so. All right.
Is it going to be done? But it didn't feel so.
What is it? So that's some discussion afterwards. Because I want you to focus on the project right now. Yes.
It's the last class.
Yeah, after last. Let's, because this, some of these things will go on the resume. If you don't know what you have done or what you are doing, then, so focus on this one.
Resume is not important. Important is what we are learning now. Learn this, then the resume.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up here in the classroom. Any other question online? If not, we're gonna close down the Zoom. Okay, I'll send out the modules in the email. What you guys are allocated, so. All right, okay.
So we have totally fun. Now we have so many doubts I have from Catalan. Now this project comes from, then we have to spend time on this.
The good thing is that you are not doing the project over 1 weekend. Good thing is we already gave you 2 more weeks to work.
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully
Also,
you will.
in the real world, like, suppose this is a company and we're
Yeah,
working as
okay.
employees, so this is the how it
They
works.
give you 3 days to digest the requirement and come up with a question, then they will hand you over. It's a full time, right? So you're gonna spend 2 days just to read the documents. When any company you go, right, no matter where you start, they will give you 1 document or system. Get familiar with the documents first. And they will not give you like 2 weeks. They will say, get it done in 2 to 3 days and let's come back and talk about it. What is the testing strategy and all those things.
So, for my knowledge, if we need help or something like to understand, like sometimes, so how it will work, nobody is going to.
No, you business analyst, you reach out to business analyst first. But you can't come up with the same question over and over again, right? They can explain you once, maybe
Yeah.
twice, but other than that, you are on your own. So,
You and your team going to figure it out, right?
no, you are part of the team.
Yeah, I know, means team is going to figure it out what you are going to do, right?
You need to figure out what you gonna, I mean, everybody else has their own problems, right?
Yeah,
Developers need to figure out how they're
Yeah.
gonna develop and all this. So generally, 1 QA is part of the team.
yeah.
There are 4 developers or 5 developers, 1 business analyst.
Mhm.
So. Yeah, so you might be only one on the team as a QA.
So it's like a feeling of doing work at the workplace, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's how it goes. I mean, so, yeah,
Yeah,
but it's fine. I mean, what you.
maybe we're learning, that's why it feels like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I mean,
When you will
Yep,
be
yep.
used to it,
yeah, second project is a little bit easier now, right? First
Yeah.
one was tough. Second one is little bit easier, third one gets become.
I feel second project are going to start.
for the first one, you were there to explain us.
Yeah, but second one, but once we go through it, trust me, you will start putting together after the review.
Then even with that plan, after seeing
Yeah.
that, the application be like that.
That's the best one.
That's how it works.
Yeah, because now we know what.
Yep.
What are the things goes where,
That's right.
yeah.
That's right. So don't worry, let's get the work done. Okay, focus on that and you guys should be all right. Okay, I'm gonna close out the session here.
So today.